School resource officers are training for back to school, and in-person conferences bringing hundreds of officers together in Central Florida next week. But some are asking, is that safe with a spike in COVID-19 cases? News 6 investigator Louis Bolden found out why organizers say it's worth the risk.
The president of FASBRO says the Rosen Center Hotel is doing everything they can to make sure this conference is as safe as possible. They say these officers need this training, but critics say there could be a better way to do it.
We've been back and forth, obviously, about whether or not we were going to go with the conference.
Michael Martin is the president of the Florida Association of School Resource Officers. He says this year's conference at the Rosen Center Hotel will have most of its typical seminars and courses, but he says attendees will see a difference.
The hotel has put so many things in place. Hand sanitizer is everywhere. Obviously, there's hand washing stations. They are cleaning constantly.
Martin says all of the sessions will be socially distanced. The hotel will be sanitizing rooms after each session. There will be temperature checks for attendees and no after-hours events. Still, Martin says they have gotten calls from law enforcement agencies voicing concerns for their employees.
We have had several people cancel telling us this employee has an underlying condition. And that's fine. I mean, everybody was refunded their money if they were already paid.
Martin says last year's attendance was over 800, but this year it's less than 500. He says because of coronavirus. He also says there are no attendees from out of state or from South Florida, where coronavirus cases are surging.
When the numbers are rising here in Florida and in Central Florida, in Orlando, it doesn't make sense to have the SROs go to a conference.
Conti Moore is a family law attorney and says her office has been inundated with parents wanting to know their rights about sending their kids to school.
I'm concerned about those officers going to the conference or the training and then spreading it to students and staff members at our schools. This is not the time to be reckless.
First of all, I don't know of any districts that are opening before at least August 10th. So we're talking, we have at least 14 days after the conference before they would even be in contact or be on a campus anyway.
Martin also says this year they have many first-time SROs, and in many districts the training is required.
Could you have done this conference virtually?
If we do that virtually, then there's a possibility of that information or that being shared outside of who should be seeing it. I hope that we don't get looked at as though we're policing the police, but we're gonna this year. We're gonna make sure that they're staying safe and taking care of each other.
Martin says all of the officers will be required to wear face masks the entire time. They even had some with the logos printed on them. Reporting at the Rosen Center Hotel, I'm Louis Bolden, getting results, News 6.